Hello there, welcome to the guitar show. This is Coffee Chat. This is number 11, I think. It's becoming quite popular, and the last Coffee Chat actually was with my twin brother, who's going to make a more regular appearance, maybe once every 2 weeks, once every 4 weeks, just depending on when he's available. And we're going to try and sort of cover some bass stuff, and Joe's just kind of cool to have around because Joe was with me all throughout the last 25 years playing music, and me and Joe were kind of really into all the sort of big gun session guys of the 80s, such as, the Robin Fords, the Larry Carltons, the Will Lees on bass, Stanley Clarks, Nathan East, all the kind of big gun studio guys, and we were really heavily into that stuff when we were young, growing up, and students at university, at music college. So we're going to bring Joe back, because it's good fun. Okay, so you just got me today. I have a nice drop of coffee there, and what we're going to talk about today, as you can see from the title, is YouTube gear reviews. Okay, now the whole purpose of me setting up this channel called The Guitar Show is really to cut the bullshit, to give you an honest opinion about everything, about what I think. So for example, there was one video I made about PRS guitars. I personally don't like them. There's a few reasons why I don't like them. A lot of people got angry with that, but that's my honest opinion, so I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Somebody can give me a piece of free gear, but from now on I'm going to say if it's good or if it's bad. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to be supporting any companies or anything. So the whole idea of this channel is just to be truthful about stuff if possible. That's kind of a double-edged sword, because I guess if I'm going to be truthful about stuff, then manufacturers aren't going to send me stuff to review because they're afraid that I'm going to give them a shit review. So I'm not sure how this is going to work, but that's the plan anyway for this channel. But I think up to now, the stuff I've kind of reviewed has been stuff that I've really enjoyed and I really like, and there's not been really anything that I've reviewed where, I haven't liked it. And because if that was the case, then I would actually say this is rubbish, don't buy it, But so this is the point of this video, is just to say, how true are videos. Now there's some amazing guys that review gear. Probably my favourite is Pete Thorne, Thorne or Torn, I can't remember. He's a great guy, really nice chap, beautiful human being, great guitar player, and he's really good at going through the features. So for me, he's kind of like the perfect reviewer. Now, what I want you to understand is that it's, a piece of gear is one part of the chain. It's if you've got a pedal, for example, an effects pedal, then it's part of a guitar, it's part of an amplifier, it's part of leads, a microphone, an input, the way you get the microphone into the computer. There's so many variables involved that one pedal may sound great with one person and sound bad with another. Another is fingertips, your fingers, all our hands are different, our brains are different. It's gonna, so when you hear somebody play through a piece of equipment, I take it with a pinch of salt. When I hear something, it doesn't really sell me to that product at all. I need to play that instrument myself, to be in the room with it, to feel it with my fingers, my brain, my ears. Then I'm going to know if it's right for me. Anything that I hear, on a YouTube review, it means nothing to me personally. Yeah, as a professional musician, been playing for 25 years, I know enough that a piece of gear is the sum of its parts, and it reacts differently with every kind of player. So that's really one thing to bear in mind with all these YouTube reviews. Secondly, my big sort of complaint about the big YouTube reviewers, you've got two types of reviewers. I think when I try and review a piece of gear, I try to be, I don't know if I am, I'll have to look back, but I try to be impartial. I try to be, this is the gear, this is what it sounds like with me playing it through my gear, this is it, okay? Now, I don't want to say, but I probably have done in the past, probably if you check back my videos, I probably said, this is great, this sounds amazing, and because that's the wrong thing to say. I think as a gear reviewer, you should just play the thing, record it, go through its features, say what the features are, and that's it. Be totally impartial. Now, if you do want to say, if you want to be truthful and give an opinion, that's my bone of contention here. If you do want to give an opinion, then you need to be honest. There's far too many reviewers. I'm not going to name any names. I know this for a fact. They might get a piece of gear that they hate, but they're still going to tell you they love it, you know. Because why? They're making money out of it. It could be that they're getting, you know, a markup. Say, for example, they're getting 20 pedals. Okay, they get, you know, they get a 20% on 20 pedals or something. You know, you don't know what deals they're doing in the background. This happens. This does happen with some players. Other players charge a lot of money to review a piece of gear. So a company might release a product, and they need to, you know, these guys are charging like £1,000, you know, $1,000, whatever, to review your gear, review your pedal, your amp, you know, because it's part of the sales. This is what happens nowadays. I'm not going to name names because I know these people personally, but a big company, a big pedal company will go to somebody that's got a lot of subscribers. They'll pay them £1,000, £2,000, and that guy will review that that pedal. Now, do you think they're going to be impartial when they've just got paid 2,000 quid? They're going to do the best video they can. They're going to make it sound like $1 million, maybe some studio processing, you know, post-production on Pro Tools, whatever. They're going to say, yeah, they're going to talk up this product and say, yeah, it's amazing, yeah, you know, because they're getting £1,000, £2,000. As soon as they review that product, it's on eBay. They sold it. You know, so that you've got to bear these things in mind. I've seen some real, you know, crazy videos, real cheesy videos where you've got, this is in England where I'm here, you know, you've got this kind of YouTube stars, you know, they've never played in a band, but they're reviewing gear, you know, and they've got some big name company, and they're there sat there, and you can see this video. I'm not going to say what the video is because I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to talk bad about any fellow musician, but they're sitting there and they're saying this product, you know, it's a big firm, they're saying this is an amazing amp, check this amp out, sounds beautiful, and you can just see the lie on their face. You know, they're just getting paid to do it, you know. So I want to tell all of you guys, you know, when you see a review, take it with a pinch of salt. You know, you check out 10 reviews. You know, I mean, like I said, Pete Thorne is great. Pete Thorne is a great guy. I like him because he goes through the settings so he can show you the features. But don't listen to anyone's opinion, because you need to be in the room playing that piece of gear. You know, and I think if the Guitar Show does any more reviews for any more gear, you know, I think I've got to be honest with you guys, because, you know, that's the whole point of what I'm trying to do here, is be honest, give an honest opinion. If a piece of gear is crap, it's crap, you know, and it needs to be called out. But saying that, I don't think, you know, I'm going to get manufacturers queuing up to have their stuff reviewed if we're going to use this approach, you know, but we'll see. And so really that's the way I want to do things from now on, is, you know, really cool, you know, tell you guys for real, give you the real deal. Another thing is, and I've reviewed gear, you know, I've got experience doing this, you know, and I kind of think I'm good at doing it. It's, you know, how you're recording the gear. So generally you're going to have a microphone, you're going to have some sort of preamp, you may have some compressors. Compressors can be built into some recording devices like the Zoom, a lot of Zoom stuff, the cheaper stuff. It can be, you know, I'll show you the channel strip that I kind of tend to use. Actually, I'll show it on another video because I can't be bothered to get out of the rack, but I use what's called a DAV, Electronics Broadhurst preamp, and that's used by people like Martin Knopfler and Dave Gilmore. It's top quality. I normally use a ribbon microphone, and an amp goes through this DAV and then into Pro Tools, and I don't use any compression. Okay, once you start using compression, you're changing the sound. You know, you're changing the whole vibe, the whole feel of that sound. So I try to keep things really simple, very pure into the computer. As you probably know already, YouTube also compresses the signal, raises and takes out the dynamic range of the sound wave. So that's another thing to bear in mind when you're listening through YouTube. You might be listening through your speakers. Your speakers are going to colour the tone. So there's so many of these kind of things are going to colour the sound that you really need to hear a piece of gear. You know, I have actually reviewed some stuff and said it was really good and really enjoyed it, and then I've taken it to somebody else's rig, the same piece of gear, and it sounds awful. And I'm like, oh dear, you know, I hope someone's not gone out and bought this stuff because I've said it's great. because it's actually awful. It's, you know, on everybody else's gear. So I'm kind of running pretty cool gear. I've got some projector amps, you know, modified by a great amp manufacturer. I've got, you know, cool recording gear. So stuff sounds good when I review it, you know. And it may not sound good in your gear, you know. If you're using a JCM 800, it may just totally not work, you know. So you really need to, you know, I don't want to waffle on about this, but you know, the thing about this video is, of this coffee chat, is just, you know, take these reviews with a pinch of salt. You need to play the gear, you know, you need to buy the gear, play it. If it sucks, sell it. But don't, you know, when you listen to these reviewers give their opinion, don't believe a word of it. That is my sort of message of this video. So look after yourselves, take care guys, and we're going to keep it real on this channel. Subscribe to The Guitar Show. See you soon, take care.